Howdy everyone, this is the much anticipated day number 5 of my subscriber marathon. This video is a jewelry haul from the Octoberfest hosted at the Heart of Ohio Antique Center on October 11th of 2025. I am so excited to do this video. You have got to see some of the things that are out on my desk. Oh, just stay tuned. You won't want to miss anything. Hold on. Wait, it gets better. You won't want to miss anything. And is it exactly 12 noon or is it 12 in the morning? I know you already know the answer to that. It's 12 in the morning. So don't miss this one either. Stay tuned for the little enamel Art Deco mummy case. You know when you open these, the mummy's never inside. And who wants a case without the mummy? Look at that enameled mummy on the inside, and it's taped in place so that it would never be lost. Yeah, 800 silver, Art Deco, absolutely incredible. Okay, let me show you before I get too far into this. I am absolutely crazy. So here's my receipt, Heart of Ohio Antique Center. There's the address. And Sarah at checkout, you were absolutely amazing. Jeremy and I had such a great time at the Octoberfest, and Jacob and the staff there, thank you so much for hosting such a great event. We really appreciated it very much. And to all of the people that I met there, YouTube viewers and extended family and whatnot sellers, you all know who you are. We had an amazing time. All right, watch this receipt. Are you ready? So when people say to me, how do you do what you do and how much do you spend? Well, this is how I do what I do. Hold on. It's almost there. Well, we're almost done. We're almost done. Are you ready? Okay, so here was my there was my total right there. $2,085, and there is the paid receipt. Okay, so I went on a shopping excursion. Jeremy and I had an amazing day. If you ask where I sell my items on YouTube, we sell on Bully Run Coffee. So all one word, Bully Run, and then the word coffee. We usually sell on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are new to us and you would like to basically register for the sales, all you do is go over to www.bullyruncoffee.com. You can also order Jeremy's scrumptious coffee that is, freshly roasted daily per your order. And oh my gosh, so many people have been ordering his coffee. He is absolutely delighted. So you'll scroll down and you'll see the coffee beans, and you'll fill out that information and you'll be registered for the sale. It is safe, fun, and easy, to say the least. I will say that now we're over 1,000. I think he said there's 1,052 registered buyers. That's incredible. I've worked with auction houses that are really big, and I won't say, but I will say that I'm very happy with the results that we have. Also, Sarah, thank you so much for making copies of all of my tags so that I could come home and inventory. And yes, we bought art pottery, and we bought artwork, and we bought some glass pieces as well. So Sarah, you were so kind at checkout. Jacob, if you watch this, give Sarah a raise. And please, Jacob, give all of your workers there a high five from both Jeremy and I. Outside of the light box, this is the enameled compact. Absolutely gorgeous sterling silver, and you can say guilloche or guilloche, however you prefer to say it. I would say, I think it's more popular to say guilloche or guilloche. I don't say it any other way than that, but look at that enamel work in sterling silver. Gorgeous compact. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss the pieces that are off camera and outside the light box. This was one of the most major scores all day long. I am so excited that I know about unusual things. These were either $10 or $15. These were set up outside. These are sterling silver. And this is Dr. Imori stone, also known as Victoria stone. You've seen this in past videos of mine. These are sterling silver post and friction back earrings. And look at those Dr. Imori stones. If you have not seen my video on Dr. Imori or Victoria stone, please go over to it. It has a fascinating history. Those for $15, I could easily sell for around $125 to $165. So when you ask that I spent $2,000, I guess let's go to that ring, and I don't know where I put it. Here we go. One of the biggest scores all day there. was this incredible ring. And this is an east-west set, either kunzite or morganite. I believe it to be kunzite based on the pink saturation of the stone. It is a natural gemstone. It is set in 14 karat white gold. Look at that dramatic, gorgeous 14 karat white gold and rhodium mounting. And look at the diamond surround on the shoulders. Those are genuine diamonds. Approximate carat weight on this, because I haven't touched this since I've been home. It does need to be cleaned. Approximate carat weight on this would be, I'm going to guess, around probably 8.5 to maybe 9 carats. Might be slightly larger because it does go very deep in the mounting. Solid 14 karat white gold. It is signed down on the inside by the artist, and also hallmarked 14 karat gold. I did sneak this over to my friend because you can't believe the hallmarks each time. It did XRF as solid 14 karat white gold. So let me tell you about this. This has a great secret, and then you'll see how I shop and what I do and how I've done it for 30 years, and I have pen on my finger. So, oh boy. Yeah, it is 12:15 in the morning. Let's be real about it. All right, let me scroll through my receipt. And I appreciate you all being in. I don't know why I'm screaming. All right. 14 karat white gold ring. I don't know why the dealer would, sell a 14 karat white gold ring for $48. I got 15% off. Didn't ask for the discount. Got the discount. $40.80. That ring was $40.80 at the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. Yes, it took me probably 30,000 steps. It took me probably, 500 showcases, and I think 2.5 beers, to find this there. But I spent $2,000 on everything. Retail on such a piece would be between $1,800 and around $2,500 because of the quality of that central stone. My heart of hearts says that that is in fact a kunzite. It is a natural gemstone. And is that not the most beautiful stone in light pink? Absolutely gorgeous. Also, if you would like an educational video on kunzite and morganite and pink sapphire, please leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to that. And also leave down in the comment section below, can you believe that I got this for $40.80? So essentially, let's say that I sell this for a bargain price of $1,500 or $1,700 to beat retail by a mile, then guess what? My day was almost completely paid for. If I was aggressive and selfish and crazy, that might be the title of my next autobiography. This could pay for my whole day. Let's just be honest about it. And Jacob said to me, how did you rip through this place and find that? And I'm like, I ripped through this place and found that because I've been doing this for 30 years. You will see my video from the Heart of Ohio, so hopefully I link it down in the description box below. This is the Enduro watch. This is running. So this is totally running. And it is Bakelite. It's Mississippi mud. It's the clamper style bracelet. Years ago, I sold one for $385. That was way back in the height of the market in the late 1990s, early 2000s. As I drop it, I'm very tired now. I shouldn't have done this video, but I needed a day 5 to gain subscribers and to let you know that I'm all here. So please share me out with a family friend or someone who loves vintage or is a weekend warrior and goes out to flea markets and yard sales and estate sales and auctions and storage units. I've done it all for the last 31 years of my life, and I'm so incredibly grateful to share these things with you. I would say retail on this one now, because it is running, I would say, boy, it's still fantastic. $175 to $195. And that would sell for that. And then let me show you a few of the bangles that I got. I think I got this whole bundle. Oh wait, the sterling one was separate. Sterling silver bangle. And then these two are Bakelite. This one is celluloid. These are Bakelite, Bakelite, and Bakelite. And then these are enamel. I think I got the whole bundle of these for $15 for that whole bundle. So that was a definite yes. A lot of profit to be made on some of these pieces. And, let me show you this. Get this off my desk. I bought this. This is 9 karat gold. And I bought this for, I think it was $15 in a tray of sterling silver rings. Not sure why it was in with sterling, but it is marked 375. And check that out for that amethyst. It is a colada. That's the way I say it, is colada. It's the hands, the heart, and then the crown at the top. And that, in fact, is 9 karat gold. Some people will say 10 karat gold. Well, let's not fight over one carat of gold. It's a beautiful ring, and look at the thickness of the shank. Wonderful creation. And I would say retail on that would be in the line of around 200. Be nice, 200, 225, maybe $265. And I paid 15. I think it was 15, 10 or 15. I've lost track. It didn't matter. I said, hey, at that point, let's get as close as we possibly can. A padlock, and this one does not lock with the key, but that is a padlock off of an early bracelet. And that key is wonderful, but it doesn't need the key because you use that little post at the side to push that in. The mechanism unlocks, and then I usually push it in to close it so you don't wear that mechanism out. Gold filled, really fantastic, super cheap. I think that was like maybe $20. Again, on that one, I've seen them sell for a fortune. Here is the mummy, sterling silver on the chain. Let me look at my list. I think I paid, this one was 68. Give me a minute. Let me look here. I can always pause the video, right? Oh, I'm glad Jeremy's sleeping. He probably couldn't put up with this. Here we go. Sterling sarcophagus with mummy, and that is $65, and that was $55.25. I bought one of these, and I sold it. I sold it a year ago for $235, and I sold it to a dealer. The hinge up here does need to be fixed, so this was wired on, and that needs to be fixed. And as a silversmith, I'm going to get that fixed within the next probably 20 minutes after I get the video done. But look at that gorgeous enameling. You'll also find these in mechanical pencils, and if you would like to see my chatelaine that has a whole bunch of these kind of charms on, the Egyptian revival charms, just let me know and I'll bring it on. I have an Egyptian revival version. That's beautiful. I would say, if I sold that for like repaired 165, 175, I'd be doing great. If you love sterling rings, wait till you see this. Sterling silver, natural gemstones. I'll be testing all of these. This one was super cheap. This one was $15. Sterling silver and natural stones for $15. And vermeil. Beautiful. And I always double check this metal because I don't trust it. But that one's definitely sterling for sure. Look at that one. I think this one was very inexpensive, 15 or 20. Look at those carved hardstone flowers. Absolutely. So if you love rings, please come over to a Bully Run sale. This is Michael Valatudi. This is the London Blue Topaz, and those are little tiny sapphires. That is not 14 karat gold. That is gold plated. That is solid sterling silver. It is signed with the Michael Valatudi hallmark. They just didn't know it and sold it for $46.99. Retail online on that one, you'd be lucky to find that size Michael Valatudi. You'd be lucky to find it for $150. I think retail would be closer to $200 on that one. Very large stone, so you have to do apples to apples and topaz to topaz. This is also Michael Valatudi. Large, beautiful gem grade citrine. I usually don't reach for contemporary designer when I go to antique malls. I want to find antiques and truly old things, but then I bent the rules when I found these. Solid sterling silver, made in India, and look at those CZ and faux emeralds. Absolutely incredible craft on these. Solid sterling silver, rhodium plated. They are signed up in there. They are also signed on the post and the clutch back. Look at those. That should be my thumbnail. I found royal jewels at the heart of Ohio, and then do the confused face with my mouth open pointing at the thumbnail. Not gonna clickbait anyone ever. I want the right people to be at my channel, and that's why I'm doing the subscriber marathon. I really need your help to boost my channel and to get me out there. Let people know that I do exist and I am real. Blue topaz, beautiful mounting, sterling silver. I think that was $46.99. $46.99. Look at the inside of this. And again, I usually don't reach for contemporary when I go to antique malls. Look at the size of that blue topaz. And I loved that mounting. Yes, please. As a silversmith, I couldn't make that for less than boy, the stone, the metal, the labor, I couldn't make that for less than like 120 nowadays. Probably not. No, with the price of silver, probably not. Aquamarine, Michael Valatudi. And I do need to pedal faster because I promised myself I wouldn't get all revved up before I was going to bed. But I needed to do this haul from the Octoberfest. All aquamarine. Look at that's kind of like a cobblestone road. I've always been seduced by design and craft. Look how well made this is. This is Michael Valatudi. Again, rhodium and gold-plated sterling silver. Love it. And the Michael Valatudi mark is that NH. Let me see if I can go in on that for you. People will always ask, what's the hallmark for Valatudi? It's like a conjoined N and H. Let me make sure I go in there and get that. Oops, I had it upside down. And I wish I could bring my loop in and show you closer, but you get the gist. So there is the 925, and then that conjoined, stuck together, NH. Okay? So isn't that wonderful, though? I loved that one, and that one was also very inexpensive. And then, of course, we have the pink sapphire version, and these are natural pink sapphire. Michael Valatudi, natural pink sapphire. And look at that regal mounting. How could I leave this behind? How could I leave that behind? Would everyone out there have purchased this? Again, this one was $44.99. $44.99 for a genuine designer, sterling silver, and real, not synthetic or created, pink sapphire ring. Look at the design. I would wear that all day long. Absolutely exceptional craft. And look at the undercarriage. I had such a great day that day. And let me reload the light box. Oh, the crystal necklace. Attributed to Haskell frequently, but I do not believe this to be Haskell. But look at those crystals all the way around the collar. It was missing a few of the rhinestones in the rondelles up here. I think that was missing, yes, it's missing some rondelles here and some here in between those crystals. It didn't matter because that's at the back of the neck. Look at that. For all these festoons of crystals with all that beautiful work. And I loved that spring steel collar. Late 1950s into the 1960s. Absolutely exceptional. I think that was $60. I would say retail on that one. I have one very similar. I think it's in my eBay store right now. I have one very similar in like a yellow and green glass. And I think I have like $485 on it. $485. Clear, it goes with more, but still clear is less desirable. At least that's what, is in vogue now. I would say on this one, maybe like $175. So I could make $100 profit on that and still have someone extremely happy. Let me load the light box. I had some things off camera. Let me load the light box. Don't go anywhere. Wait till you see a gold ring. What? A gold ring. A Victorian locket. What's going on? I'll be right back. I was loading the light box and I just thought, while I'm loading it, I'm going to have you along with me. I'm not going to do anything secretively. I don't like crunchy paper or crunchy bags. I can't stand that in videos. But that's a rhinestone set. Yeah, hematite glass and rhinestone. I think that was like $15. Oh, I can't stand the crunchy. So, boy. Garnet, sterling silver, so we can leave that out of the video. Oh, amber and sterling silver. And I was definitely in disagreement on what the material was here. I knew that that was amber and sterling. Look at that beautiful rose. And then they're like, it's not amber. And I said, okay, it's not amber. And then they got their black light out and they go, oh, it's amber, it's glowing. I don't fight with vendors. I just go, okay, it's fine. Just sell it to me. It's okay. I don't need a lecture series. I don't need a lecture series. Just sell it to me. Absolutely incredible. Sterling silver. Jeremy helped me pick this one out. Native American. Really gorgeous leaves on that. That is stunning. So do you see what I do when I shop? I'll go from bold and dramatic and vintage, Bakelite. Absolutely exceptional leaf and foliate design. I loved this brooch. This was $85. I couldn't get the money out fast enough. Absolutely exceptional. So see what I do? This is one person and this is another. So I always have like something for all buyers. And I think that's why I'm still in business, 31 years later, to be honest. That is truthful. So buy what you like, but also buy across the board. This is, again, contemporary DTRJ King. Extremely inexpensive, 4-strand, tiny little genuine turquoise and sterling silver, but look at that pop of color. So when I set up at the antique shows, I love to have these pieces because they're very quick to sell. Retail online, that probably goes for, if you look this up, I don't reach for my phone ever when I'm shopping. That's a great way to go out of business. If you let Google Lens and AI tell you what to do in business, you're probably going to be out of business in about, 3 months. When I went to the thrift last week, I always tell you what bothers me in my videos as well. And again, I wanted to say thank you, Celeste. Celeste, I love you, and just thank you. I meant to do that earlier, and I think I forgot. Anyways, at the thrift, I can't stand the youngsters who are, like, taking out their phones and, like, scanning everything. Like, they're not shopping, they're not looking, they're depending on their phone to tell them what to buy. What? I mean, what? Are you kidding me? When I started this, so many decades ago, there were no cell phones. I had no, phone a friend access. I had to do this on my own. And I just recommend to the youngsters that are starting, please do not depend on your phone. Please put your phones down. Go to the thrift, use your intuition, and you'll be much better for it. And I'm going to tell you this, you will still be in business when the other ones are gone and out of business. That's enough. DTR, sterling silver, absolutely gorgeous, very inexpensive. But again, retail would be well over $100 for that. I could probably sell that for $60 and be delighted. So I could beat retail by a mile. This one is golden citrine. Or I guess it could be golden topaz. I'll have to take a closer look. This is $15. Solid sterling silver, and look at the variance in the stones. So you can see that these are natural gemstones. Could be imperial topaz. Could be. I'll have to take a quick look. I'll have to take the deeper dive, is what I meant to say. Double locking mechanism, sterling silver and gold vermeil. I'm not a fan of gold vermeil, but right now, because of the gold prices, I sell out of gold vermeil everywhere I go. They absolutely love it because they're getting the look of gold for a whole lot less money. One more piece that's off camera. Why am I yelling still? Incredible sterling silver and mixed pendant. I think this one was $26. And a lot of times these are not sterling, so please be careful. This one is absolutely solid sterling silver. Solder seams are correct. The metal is correct, and you can just tell that labor of love to get that together. I did a YouTube short, and it got over 200,000 views pretty quick, and it was a labradorite pendant that I bought at the thrift. And I just pointed at it and said, I'll take it, because you could just tell that it was sterling. 99.9% of what I've been seeing of pendants like this are in fact silver-plated and totally garbage. The stones are garbage and the metal is garbage, and they're still marked 925. They're total imposters. Please slow down and do not fall prey to those imposters. I'm going to force myself to buy an imposter, bring on one like this, and show you the difference side by side so you can see those solder seams. As a silversmith, I do have that slight advantage. These are all natural stones. I loved the patterning of that. And I still have that pen mark on my hand. Oh, I should be winding down, and I'm getting so amped up. Schiaparelli. These were pinned on a board. I think I was with Jeanette. What's not Jeanette? See, I always screw her name up. Oh, why do I screw her name up every single time? It's the first day I met her, and look, I screwed her name up. But, boy, she's amazing. And Janine, there we go. My friend Janine. She goes by Squeaky Cheese Lady. I'll just call her Squeaky. And Squeaky, if you watch this, I so love you. And thank you for such a great day at the Heart. We met each other for the first time there, and now we've become inseparable, really good friends. Your mother's delightful. And all the other people I saw, Jan, Kathy, Carol, Tam Toy. The other people that I met there that day that I did not ever meet before, you truly made my day. You really did. I was having a rough week, and meeting all of you, I felt so incredibly loved. I felt a genuine connection with all of you, and I hope you felt it with me as well. I know I can be an extremely difficult person from time to time. I'm very well aware of that, but you really were very, very special, and you will always be dear to my heart. I mean that. So thank you so much for getting me recentered. I was so proud of Jeremy. Wait till you see this tray of rings. Yes, I got all this for $2,000, by the way. Yes, I did. I did. I was so proud of Jeremy. He was shopping outside, and he found this beautiful smoky quartz. Irradiated quartz. Why did I say smoky quartz? Irradiated quartz and a sterling silver necklace. I think that was $15. And I said to Jeremy, yes, absolutely, go for it. I couldn't believe he found this. I went through all these necklaces and this was on there. And it goes to show you, I am not perfect. I never claim to be perfect. What I claim is I'm different than everybody else. I've done things differently my whole life. I am not right. I am not wrong. I am different. Jeremy found this after I shopped the necklaces. This is, in fact, either a CZ or possibly a moissanite. Boy, I sure wish it was a diamond, but look at what he found. 10 karat gold, totally signed, 10 karat gold on a gorgeous 10 karat gold chain. I think he got this for $18 too. I was like, I looked at him and I go, where did you find that? And he's like, where you were just looking. It was such the humbling moment. And, I've often said, I miss things all the time, but I go after, what do I say? The most obvious. And then I also will go back through and look at the whispers. And that amethyst and gold ring I showed you earlier. Hold on. This one I showed you earlier. I went back through and I found that later after I'd already been through the whole booth. So I missed this one in my first round. So things can slip through. And again, how did a amazing 14 karat gold cocktail ring slip through? But it did. It absolutely did. And this will pay for my whole day, I think. I'm just so excited about that ring. And it's so weird because, I guess I could have done a video of finding it, but I wanted to shop with Jeremy that day. Boy, is my mouth dried out. Hold on. I always have to remember that there's a pause button for a reason. Why do I get so crazy? Some people on YouTube might be right. I might be really difficult to watch, but guess what? I'm not going to stop. This was $395. Look how long it had been there at the mall. So long that tag is completely faded. I knew to buy this because I didn't have my scales with me. I didn't even have my loop with me. Solid 14 karat yellow gold, signed down in. It's dated and inscribed to someone in 3 of something of 1995. Look at those earth mined diamonds in this gents ring. I got that for $325. That was less than its gold weight. $325. And I said to myself, because of the craft and the way this is constructed, look at the way that vintage gold is made. Really incredible gents ring. And I loved that. That'll sell immediately. And I love the illusion setting, making that little diamond look so much bigger than it is. Saving people a lot of money back in the day. That's a classic. So yeah, I did buy quite a bit of gold. And then I got crazy with sterling. These were all just awesome. So I'll just flip through them really quick. So you can see, and I'll probably be selling a strong, I think I'm going to keep this one. This is the most unusual Bakelite fish pin. It had been there for probably 10 years. I had watched this at the Heart for 10 years. We try and go to the Heart about once every, probably about 3 to 4 months. So we go about 2, 3, or 4 times a year. I always say to Jeremy, I get in enough trouble with buying around here, and we don't have a team of people that, pick the United States for us. We actually hand select all of our items, and sometimes we will get consignments from all over the United States. Sometimes we will. I think Jeremy bought this one as well. I'm going to have to ask him. I think Jeremy bought this. This is lapis and sterling silver. And do you see natural lapis that's not dyed? So that is natural lapis, at least according to this guy. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that stone, but I think that's natural lapis. All right, I got distracted. Long story short is we go out and we hand select everything. I might keep this. I might have to take this off the inventory. I might have to keep this. Look at those early screws to hold that in. Bakelite 1940s, a very unusual top view fish brooch. Very sizable. And look at those glass inset eyes. If you haven't seen my Bakelite collection, please go over to one of my Bakelite videos. I think you'd be delighted. Turquoise, and look at that colored matrix. Solid sterling silver. I think this one was only $25. Again, I ripped a hole in my pants getting the money out to pay for this. What an incredible day. These are diamonds in sterling silver, and I thought they could be very affordable. This one was $15, and that was an absolute yes. Solid sterling silver, and those are in fact little tiny diamonds. Love that ring. I wouldn't sell this one for less than $85 just because that beats retail by a mile. It makes me a sizable profit and it makes a buyer completely happy to come back to our sales. But those are great diamonds. And what if I sell it for $68 instead? This one is one of my favorite rings of all of them. I will keep this for a local show. These are all colored diamonds. Look at all of those diamonds. Look at that undercarriage. Again, more contemporary. Solid sterling silver and absolutely irradiated diamonds. 100% genuine diamonds, pave through and through. I loved that field. I love the dual-placed flower blossoms. Look at all those gorgeous diamonds. This one, $25. 25. Retail on that one, probably like closer to $285 to $385, depending on the artist. Really a gorgeous ring. One of my favorites of the day, and you can see I like unusual designs. I loved the design, I love the end result, and I love the craft on that. That's why I bent the rules for that one. 2 Dragon's Breath, I think each one of these was $25. I think each one of these was $25. Look at those for Dragon's Breath. Wonderful. And both of them are Dragon's Breath, which is glass from the Czechoslovakian, Bohemian area, likely gablons. And if you haven't seen my video on glass, the title is like what to look for. There's like a banner across it. And what to look for in vintage glass. I love both of those. Those were 2 knockouts. I would say on this one, probably 100-ish, and on this one slightly less because it's a smaller size, but it is Art Deco, so maybe like 95 on that one. And those are great prices to sell these. A lot of profit in both of those. An amethyst pendant, we'll go back to rings in just a minute. Victorian locket with the little opal. I don't know if there's any occupants, and I don't know why I can't get this open. There we go. Nope, there we go. One fitter ring is there and the other one is missing. May not have had one on this side because that's awfully shallow to have that fitter ring. Gold plated, gold filled, but very cool. I think that was $15. That was a yes. Ooh, my Tibetan pendant. And that's going to be a hard one to sell, but I'm going to do it. Look at that early silver work. That is a plated chain, so the chain is junk, you know. Don't judge a pendant by its chain, and do not judge a chain by its pendant. Remember that when you're out at the thrift. I can't tell you how many times I found a gold pendant on a junk chain and a gold chain on a junk pendant. So I found about 2 years ago, I wish Jeremy was here. Well, I wish he was awake. I wish Jeremy was awake. I bought an emerald and diamond pendant for $3. I have to ask him what we sold it for. I think it was like just over $2,000. Because they thought the whole thing was costume. And it wasn't. It was all 18 karat gold on chain, 18 karat gold, and the emerald was gigantic. Like huge, gorgeous emerald and diamonds all the way around it. They thought it was costume because it was too good to be true. This is amazing for Tibetan. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I thought that was incredible. Love this beaded piece. And I'll have to do some research. Extremely heavy, sterling silver findings. And I think this was Carol's in the mall. I think it was Carol's, and she was in from out of state. So Carol, thank you so much for this incredible stone pendant. Your booth was amazing, by the way. She had some fantastic pieces. I think this was Carol's outside. $8. Look how cool this is. Man in the Moon rhinestone, and look at the crown. Love that. Looks like Kirk's Folly, but it is not. It is not Kirk's Folly, but it also has a bail on the top. I love the design of that. Mississippi mud bangle. This was very affordable. Maybe $15-ish was my guess on that one. I think that's what that was priced at. Look at these coral and feather earrings. Those are very affordable too. Post and friction back. I love the scale of those. Oh, an early turquoise ring. And then I think I'm going to call it in just a few minutes here. I think this was $25 as well. Loved that these stones had varied in color and oxidation. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you had a great time with me. I had a wonderful time at Octoberfest, and if you get a chance, go down to the heart of Ohio. You're going to need 2 days to shop. I only needed like 15 minutes. 15 minutes and 2.5 beers. So that's all it took. Vermeil, sterling silver, and garnet. And look at how beautiful that is done. Again, a bargain price. It was just, I couldn't help myself. I mean, I guess I could have helped myself, but Jeremy says, you always go bonkers. I got a big fingerprint on that one, so watch. Let's put another one on there just to upset everybody. Let me wipe it off really quick. Oh, I am greasier than a potato chip. I really am. I think I sweat grease. This is Michael Valatudi as well. Unbelievable amethyst. And look at that mounting. Michael Valatudi's work is just incredible. Look at how gorgeous that mounting is. So like that Euro shank on the back, squared off. And look at all of that work. Really world-class gemstones inside of his work. This is tourmaline or tourmalated crystal. So that is tourmalated. You'll hear about rutile crystal. This is tourmalated crystal. So those are black tourmaline crystals growing in rock crystal. And really fantastic mounting, solid sterling silver. I loved that one. And this one I'll have to double check the stones. Not going to make any comment right now. I think they could be brown zircon or champagne diamonds. Again, sterling silver. I loved that kind of cigar band shape, that swell in the center, like the old paper on the cigars, the old paper label. Almost cigar band style, not quite there, but you get the gist of what I'm getting at for design aesthetic. And I'll end on, oh, these are diamonds. So they sold these as crystal. Those were sold as just little crystals, little CZs. Nope, rhodiumed, gorgeous sculptural sterling silver. Definitely coming to a bully run sale very, very soon. Look at these. Definitely brown and champagne zircon, solid sterling silver. That was a winner all day long. Look at the fire in those stones, looking like diamonds. And this one was a fave. Oh, this was a definite fave. Look at those purple red garnets, natural. Absolutely stunning. Look at the black spinels. I have yet to see someone put purple garnet, raspberry garnet in with black spinel. Solid sterling silver, wonderful construction, and every stone is there. And look at that layering, that additive process. Absolutely incredible craft and end result. The dazzle and scintillation, I was so seduced by that. And you know, it doesn't take me long to make these decisions. I just hop into action and go, this is going to be an incredible trip. I want to thank all of you for joining in to day 5. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please share me out to other people that you think would enjoy my channel. And again, please come over to Bully Run Coffee. I would really appreciate it very, very much. And that special shout out to Celeste. I love you, sweetheart. Never forget it. You all take really good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks again for joining in. And you know it's simple and easy. I love you because I do.